YouTube, what is going on? I am Talise. My husband is inside the restaurant and we're undesignated drivers. So just to catch you guys up really quick, yes, it is the new year, so happy new year to you guys. We spent Christmas in California, which was super duper fun, and we've been rolling like ever since. It's January 3rd right now. So like I said, to catch you guys up, from California, on our way down to San Diego, because we know in California we always get out of San Diego, so we were chilling in Huntington Beach and then we started driving down to San Diego. And on our way down, we got a call picking up in San Diego, going to Nogales. And then from Nogales, we went to Laredo. And then from Laredo up to Chicago. And then from Chicago down to Laredo, which is the load we're on now. And then we have a pre-plan picking up from Laredo, going back up to Chicago. So they've been running us like excellently since Christmas. We are not loaded to capacity. It looks like it, but this is a heavier load, like probably like our heaviest load. I don't know if it's our heaviest load, but we don't go over a certain weight, and this one is like right at our weight. So we like to get loaded like more towards the middle or front of the van. Here's Ben with the food.
If you know, you know.
Oh my God. Hold on, let me get him in here.
Oh boy.
Say hey.
What's up, y'all?
So we had them load this one from the side and we push it all the way up. So our bed and everything is actually behind the load. Yeah, so we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Big hungry over here already started eating. No, I don't want any bread. No carbs for me. Anyway, we're gonna head on down to Laredo, and then later on in the video we're gonna go over some owner-operator things that you guys need to know, some important things when looking for an owner-operator or just being an owner-operator, period. So we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit.
Alright, y'all, so we finally made it to our drop-off. It's about 1:44 right now on the East Coast. It's probably, it's 12:44 over here. I'm tired. Talisa's checking in. We're about to drop off. I'm ready to go to sleep. I don't know if our load is ready right now. I don't know if it's on the dot, but we'll be finding out in a minute. If it is, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. Probably stop, eat, take a nap, and then head on up to Chicago. We'll keep y'all posted. Say hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Just dropped in Laredo. I got bags under my eyes. I'm tired. I drove the entire 20-hour trip.
Stop lying.
The whole thing.
People.
Ben wasn't feeling good. I had to carry him and the dogs and the van on my back. Do y'all hear me?
And cut. Alright, y'all, so
y'all seen what just happened.
Yeah. Thank God we was recording, because our paperwork says that
we received it in good condition.
Yeah, good condition. And then when we got loaded, the guy was taking pictures of everything. So thank God we got that
and he was
video,
like,
just in case.
Yeah, he said just in case. And I'm like,
these companies be trying to say it's the driver's fault. It ain't the driver's fault. We got it all on film, buddy.
Yeah.
And you going on TikTok. Sorry. But we are here today to talk about owner-operators.
Yes.
And not owner-operators, but owners who have drivers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So a lot of times when drivers come into this industry or they're interested in this industry, of course they want to look for an owner, someone who owns a van. And also they don't realize that...
My bad. My bad. They don't realize that what?
Yeah, I'm tired of these braids. Okay. A lot of times they don't realize that they have to go into this as like an interview kind of, not for them, but more for the owner. Don't be scared to ask these owners questions. Like if you're going to work with them, obviously you want to make sure everything works for both sides. So we did come up with some points to go into these situations with as a driver who is looking for an owner.
First and foremost, you want to look at that damn contract, okay? Because a lot of owners try to give you a contract and then don't work in your favor, okay?
Right.
Or they'll tell you, they'll sell you a dream or whatever, and then the contract doesn't have the dream in it. So you got to make sure the contract goes in your favor, and it got to go both ways.
Right.
It has to go both ways. The driver needs to be happy, and the owner needs to be happy.
Right.
So whatever, and don't be afraid to negotiate. Like
Right.
you can negotiate any contract. That's life. Period. Any contract that you sign, you can negotiate.
Right. A lot of times when drivers and owners, when they communicate, contracts don't even come up. Like, people are getting in vans without contracts. Make that be the first thing you do. Even if you're trying to get on with a company, request a contract. You need a contract. Make sure you read the contract. Make sure you understand the contract. Make sure you're not under any duress when signing the contract. Make sure you're not drunk or anything. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I'm a real estate agent, so these contracts, like, people do all kind of crazy stuff and don't realize what they're signing, and then they end up being void in court. Like, just make sure you read these contracts, agree with these contracts before you sign these contracts.
And usually the contract is just one page. Like, you don't have to. It ain't a book that you got to read through. So
Right.
if you can read one page to make your life a little better, read that one page.
Just
okay?
read it. Make sure you understand it, please. I mean, if you want to go as far as getting a lawyer for a contract, I mean, that might be a little bit much. I mean, these contracts are pretty standard. But I mean, if you really don't understand it, get someone who can help you understand it. All right, so we kind of just want to go over a few things within these contracts that you guys should pay attention to. So the first thing is, of course, pay. Pay and how you're going to be paid. Make sure that is contracted, because if anything comes up, you have paperwork stating this, that, and the third.
Insurance. What about insurance?
Wait,
that's your
sorry.
corner.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Going back to pay, how you're going to be paid, everything around pay, like, make sure you know if you're going to be paid weekly. Going back to pay real quick, you want to make sure that the instructions or the communication around the pay is very clear. Make sure you know how often you're going to be paid. Make sure you know the way you're going to get paid. You know, some people, they put it directly into your account. Some people fill it on a card. So make sure that is all communicated, everything about your pay, because you don't want nobody messing with your money. And we've seen some situations out here where these owners are messing with these drivers' money. So you don't want to be that driver where you're like, why does my check look like this? And you're questioning, and the owner's like, well, the contract says, and you didn't realize. So basically, make sure your pay is stipulated properly in your contract.
Again, with pay, make sure you know your split. Like, it's a driver-owner split. Are you getting 60-40? Are you getting 50-50? Who pays for gas? Who pays for insurance? Who pays for everything? You need an itemized list of what you're going to be paying for and what they're going to be paying for, so everything is on the table and clear, and you have no questions about why this is coming out of my check or why I didn't get paid this much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna go into insurance now. So it is super duper important that obviously every owner has insurance on their vehicle. Also, make sure they have the correct insurance that covers you as the driver and not just the owner. Also, make sure that these owners have roadside assistance on their insurance.
Please.
Because there's been times where people get stuck and then they realize last minute they don't have roadside because their owner didn't put it on the
actually
vehicle.
happened to us, but it was
our
the
fault.
owners. It was our fault. We thought we had it, but we called and they're like, y'all don't got roadside. Like, what? Like, why would we get insurance without roadside?
We added it right there.
And we added it right there. We was good. So
guys, it was when we were
sure
stuck on Pennsylvania Turnpike right before the tunnel because
Because
Ben ran out of gas.
I didn't run out of gas.
Ben ran out of gas.
The van ran out of gas, and I was operating the van. The van was, you know how it
We
goes.
was before one of those tunnels in Pennsylvania. Like, can y'all imagine if we broke down in the tunnel?
Yeah, we just walked.
That would have been a mess. Anyway, back to insurance. Yeah, so make sure that you're covered under the insurance. Make sure you understand the insurance as well.
Breakdown procedures, that goes with like insurance. Like, what is your owner policy when it comes to you breaking down? Do you get a hotel? Do they pay for the hotel?
Right.
Do you get a rental car? Like, you can be anywhere in the world. What will they do if you was to break down? It shouldn't be on you because it's not your vehicle. You're just operating it. So make sure you know their procedure for breakdown.
Oh yeah. Sorry, y'all. We had to adjust the camera. Advances. Okay, so an advance is basically money fronted to you up front. That's gonna come out of your check a little later.
But every company is different, though.
Yeah, every company is different. But we're
With
talking about
V3,
owner operators. We're not talking about company.
I know, but like sometimes, like every company advances is different. You get what I'm saying? Like, for us, it's different.
That's right.
Than it was for Allstate.
All
you
right.
Get what I'm saying?
Okay, so when it comes to advances, it's kind of
communicate with your owner about
Advances,
gas and advances, just in case you need a little extra money.
For example, because I can't get my words out, we work for V3. Say we have a driver. If our driver wants an advance, obviously they would ask us. But we already know the situation with our accounting with advances. So what I'm trying to say is,
make sure you know the situation also.
Make sure you know the situation on advances. That's it. And some people don't get cash advances, which, you know, it sucks, but the ones that do offer it, it's very, very helpful because you never know when you need extra cash, and of course it comes out of your check later.
All right, so these two go hand in hand: smoking and pet policy. Some owners won't allow dogs, some owners won't allow smoking. Make sure you communicate that, so at the end of you driving for that owner is no problem.
Right.
Or if you had to do, or what do you call them things, like when you have to put money, escrow for the owner or whatever, for maintenance or damage or whatever, make sure you get that back. So
okay, so another thing, it goes back to the contract. I feel like everything leads to the contract, but yeah, this basically leads to the contract.
Everything should be in your contract. So.
Yeah. So these owners, they do have stipulations in these contracts, whereas if you, as the driver, leave the van, or if you get mad or whatever it is, and you leave the van because you're spiteful, you just don't want to deal with that anymore, there are stipulations in these contracts that say you will not get your check, you will get charged for this, that, and the third, or whatever it is they want. And of course you sign the contract because you assume, I'm not going to leave that van anywhere. But you'd be surprised how many people leave these vans and these trucks.
You can't blame the owner for having that in their contract, because I'm going to put it in our contract when we get a driver. So you can live in Atlanta and your van could be all the way in California. Now you gotta pay. It's an expense to go get your van. Right. So of course you're not gonna get your money back.
Right. So don't be take
care of these folks stuff,
spiteful driver.
Please take care of these
karma
folks
is
stuff,
a bitch.
Man.
Don't be leaving these folk cars and trucks and vans out here. That's messed up. That's messed up.
Oh, yeah, that's messed up. We see it a lot.
A lot, especially in Laredo.
Yeah.
People be leaving these trucks out here in Laredo. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for contracts. Now we want to go ahead and talk into red flags. So this is whether it's before you sign the contract or after you're already in the van, which would suck. But I know it's kind of hard to spot red flags. So some red flags that we wanted to bring up were, so I have my phone because I just wrote them down real quick, and I'm going to run through them and briefly touch on a few of them. Lack of communication is pretty self-explanatory. If you're noticing that this person is not responding back to you, if you're having problems reaching out to them or just contacting them, that's a red flag. Another one is late checks. Nobody wants late check. Your first late check.
Get your money,
man. Just the first late check. That's a red flag. It's time to go.
Don't be playing with nobody's money out here.
Over communication or micromanaging. Like, we all work for ourselves. You know, it's nice to have an owner that cares about you and reaches out to you, but if they're trying to tell you what to do and how you should
micromanaging,
where you should go and what loads you should and shouldn't get, and how long you
still
should
work
be out
for
of
yourself.
and how long you should be out of service, in service. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. Poor upkeep of vans. So when you get to the van and it's a mess, red flag.
Yeah, you don't want to be driving in no dirty van, man.
Right.
Some of these drivers be nasty. If y'all see these vans, man, and you be like, wait, they living in there? A lot of people don't live in a van like us, but they sleeping in there, like they traveling that, like.
The next one, does it mentor or motivate you? Of course, you want to be able to look up to your owner operator. You need an owner operator that's gonna motivate you. Okay.
Not even that. You need an owner operator that's gonna teach you the game. I want my driver to be able to go get their own van. I don't want you to forever drive for me like that. No, like that means you're not a good driver. Why would I want you to stay driving for me when there's money out here to be made? Move on, go get your own van. So your owner should be teaching you everything they know. They shouldn't withhold no information from you as far as this business at all.
Does it support or help during times of need? We already kind of touched on that, but that is a red flag. You need someone who is organized, and when I say organized, I mean when it comes time to send you your pay, any kind of tax information, any type of documents, a copy of the contract, they should be able to send it right over to you.
They should be on point.
Yes, that's what shows whether they're organized or not.
Yo, one time, shout out to our former owners, Tracy and Brian, Uncle Brian,
Auntie Tracy and Uncle Brian.
They taught us everything they know. They're the reason we're still right here today.
Yes.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all forever. Shout out to y'all.
Yes, we love them. You as a driver, be organized as well. So all this paperwork and contracts and everything that you get from the owner and also from the company, if you're working for a company, V3 for example, make sure you're keeping all your documents as well. So it's important for you to be organized too. And all of these same points pretty much pertain to when you're looking for a company to work for too. So you're interviewing your owner and you're also interviewing these companies.
And you're getting an interview also.
Yeah, I was about to say, because they interviewing you for sure. So basically, just to sum it up, there's no perfect driver. There's no perfect owner. We're all out here learning together. We're all out here trying to get it. And there's also some people who get into this and experience a really bad owner. So in this industry, as a driver, you're going to come across a lot of owners that just don't work for you. And you might find yourself bouncing around from owner to owner. It does suck, and it works for owner. It goes the same way for owners too. We come across these drivers that just don't work for you, and you got people in and out of your van. Like I said, it sucks, but if you want to be in this industry and you know this is the industry that you know you can flourish in, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay to jump from owner to owner. It's
find
okay.
Your spot, find your person, find your team,
find your van.
You know,
and everything will work out for you.
And that's the show. Alright, y'all, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you're new here, what you supposed to do if you're new here, baby?
If you're new here, subscribe, right?
Oh my God, we new at this, y'all.
Y'all, I know, right?
She wildin'. I don't know why.
Sorry. If you're new here, welcome. If you're an OG here, thank you, of course.
Hit that like. Comment below, subscribe to the channels, hit that bell so you can get notified whenever we post a video. We coming strong 2023. Don't hold me to that. Things happen. Oh well. Love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Anything else?
Oh, please, you guys, go to our Instagram and follow us. I know we're not as active as we'd like to be on YouTube, but we post to our Instagram every single day.
Yeah, we post to Instagram more than we post.
Yeah, especially the food that we eat in restaurants that we like to go to and all like the playful stuff. We put a lot of that in our story. And we love when you guys engage with us. So head on over to our Instagram, Undesignated Drivers. Follow us. Let us know you're from YouTube. Show us some love, you guys.
Peace.
Bye.